everybody, and good afternoon on this Tuesday live episode of Dodgers Territory. I'm Alanna Rizzo. That is Clint Pasillas, bebopping to our intro music. Don't forget to like us, subscribe, rate us 5 stars. We appreciate you guys. And don't forget to get your questions into the chat. Clint is great about getting our listeners and our viewers into the conversation. So let's get right into it, Clint. Let's get to the big ticket. Freddie Freeman needed the mental break. It paid off in massive offensive dividends. Your take?
Yeah. You know what I said last week? I didn't like him not going on the IL with the broken finger. It proves that if you have a couple of days off, maybe things get good, maybe things get better, or maybe just playing a team where as important as that series was for the Dodgers proved to be important for Freddie as well. But I talked about it last night on my show as well. Despite how good he's been in Dodger blue since joining the team, maybe this will tell him that days off here and there as he gets into his mid-30s, maybe they're not a bad thing, because all of a sudden we see him go off 3 homers, 10 RBI. Of course, 5 of those coming last night yesterday afternoon against those show snakes. But to see Freddie trending in the right direction here at this point in the season, you love to see it.
I can appreciate the fact that he wants to post every single day. There's a lot that goes into that, and I can appreciate that he wants to be a reliable and dependable player, only taking the day off after they clinch as the off day that he uses in the regular season. But you know what? At least I'd rather have that than what I saw over the weekend when I actually looked up and I was watching the Angels game finish up, and I saw Anthony Rendon on the field, Clint. I saw a unicorn. I was like, oh my God, Anthony Rendon's actually off the IL. He's in the game. I don't know. I saw him walking on the field doing high fives. So I would rather take Freddie Freeman over a guy like Rendon who never plays for whatever ailing thing he has at the moment. But how about Freddie getting a mental blow? Pays dividends offensively, but the guy that has been so unbelievable all year long, Clint, we've talked about it at length. Shohei's probably going to be the MVP in the National League, but for the Dodgers, to me, Teo, here's your chance to say, extend him.
It is time for Andrew Friedman to draft up that contract. It is time to extend Teoscar Hernandez. Don't wait till the offseason. Don't wait for other people to get involved, other people to realize the mistake they made in not offering the amount of money this man was looking for in the offseason. What a bargain, by the way. There is no such thing as a bad 1-year deal, but this could be one of the best 1-year deals of all time. It's definitely in the conversation, but 5-hit game yesterday. A couple of those cheapies like the one we see here on the screen just finds no man's land. Corbin Carroll playing deep out there in right field at Chase, but he finds a way. What I love about Teo, he just seems to get it up when the games mean the most, and I don't have numbers to back that up. I don't have any sort of stats. I did know looking at it outside of my eyes and my brain remembering some things. He just gets it up when the game matters most, when the teams are doing something else important in the league. I'm very excited to see this man playing postseason baseball for the Dodgers, and I'll say I love this man deeply.
Yes, give him some flowers again. This is just what Teoscar Hernandez has done. Speaking of 5, as far as that is concerned, Freddie Freeman with the 5 RBI night on Monday. Teoscar Hernandez notched his 3rd career 5-hit game in Monday's win. You talked about that. He is hitting Clint Pasillas .350, so that's 14 for 40 as far as ABs, 6 extra base hits, 7 RBI over his last 11 games. Freddie Freeman went 6 for 15. That's batting .400. That's quick math for you, my friend. 4 home runs in the series against Arizona, including that 5 RBI night that you're talking about. It wasn't just Freddie and Teo. The Dodgers offense, 6 multi-hit games for these guys. That's the offense you needed to see. BC Dodgers finally over 5 runs per game. That's the offense you needed to see against a team like the Arizona Diamondbacks, who's fighting for their playoff lives as well as trying to take over the division, and the Dodgers lengthen the lead in the NL West.
Yeah, these aren't the Dodgers that were going out there running Kevin Biggio out there every single day, running I blocked some of these guys. Nick Ahmed out there. Much love to Nick Ahmed, very good defender. But these guys aren't the guys that we expected to see in the lineup. So all of a sudden now you get healthy, you add a piece like Tommy Edman, and it just feels like the collective group that you're supposed to see out there, a collective group that could actually do some damage to another team in the postseason. And the offense hasn't been there for the Dodgers in the postseason over the last couple of years. That said, this team has been very, very good, very prolific at scoring points in the regular season over the last couple of years. But these guys just seem to have something a little bit different. I desperately hope I am not proven wrong with that, because I think these guys, there's a different aura to them when you could project it into a month from now, when games start meaning something again. But it's worth noting now, Dodgers are 17-6 in their last 23 games. They have a chance still. If you get real lucky, if you kind of match that, you can still win 100 games this season, which I think would be pretty cool. Not important, but it could be pretty cool. Offense is definitely gonna pilot this team, though.
Gavin Lux, of course, an extra base hit in 4 straight games. He was 6 for 13, 4 doubles in that span that we were just talking about. You mentioned that the Dodgers could win 100 games this season. They're in the middle, Clint, of a 21-game stretch where they don't leave the West Coast. They're 10-3 so far. This is a team now that has taken 3 of 4 from the Diamondbacks, a team obviously that's trying to prove that they belong at the top of the AL West. The Diamondbacks, they've gone. So the Dodgers have now clinched the season series and the head-to-head tiebreaker. They held a 6-game lead over Arizona for the NL West lead and a 5-game lead over the Padres, who, by the way, Nick Ahmed is now a member of on a minor league deal. He just keeps going around the West. He's going to end up in the Rockies in about a week and a half. So that's good news. Another thing I wanted to talk about in the big ticket before we get to we're going to talk about him more, is Shohei Ohtani. Let's get to the greatest showman right now.
All right.
Your boy, my boy, our boy, Japan's boy, is going back to Anaheim for the first time, Clint, in the regular season. Now, we know he's gone back there as a member of the Dodgers in the exhibition game, the Freeway Series, but this is the first time since signing that record-breaking $700 million deal that he's going back to the Big A. What do you anticipate the reception to be like?
I mean, if Angels fans, let's be fair, it's going to be stacked with Dodgers fans. They show up, show out down the street there in Anaheim. So he's going to get a wild ovation, because he will get that anywhere he goes where there are Dodgers fans. But any Angels fans that are there need to show this man an abundance of love, because he gave them everything he had for the first 6 years of his MLB career. And he did it with scraps around him, bits and pieces of humans pretending they were baseball players. Mike Trout missing most of the time, or a lot of the time that Shohei was there in Anaheim. You already mentioned Rendon and all of his staying on the field problems. So he should get some love. Now, there was a rumor, I don't know if I want to call it a report, but I've seen online that maybe the Angels might not look to play another video or properly honor him heading into the game. If that ends up happening, that is an absolute travesty, and that's just another reason the Angels organization is trash, and Artie Moreno just looked at it as a fucking pocketbook to himself. It's not a baseball club. It's an accessory. If they do that, it's a travesty. What do you think?
I disagree with you. I love you, but I disagree with you wholeheartedly. Shohei Ohtani did not lead the Angels to a World Series championship. I realize he is one man. He is not 25. He is not 26 men. Dude. However, I think the tributes have gotten a little bit out of control. Okay. I think that you can respect your opponent, but you don't have to roll out the red carpet. He didn't choose to stay in Anaheim. Okay. I understand why. The offer wasn't there. They didn't match the Dodgers. He wanted to play for the Dodgers. I understand, but I don't think you have to go bananas with the tributes all the time. Like, this is not a man that gave them a World Series championship or got into the postseason year after year after year. I realize it's not all his fault, you guys. Stop mean tweeting me. Stop all of this stuff. But I'm a little over the okay, every time a player goes away and they come back to the new stadium, people have to go bananas. Are we doing too much of the when guys retire and the whole parade around every single stadium, and the Padres give them a surfboard, and somebody gives them some seats from the state, major players. Yes. I don't know. I think it's a little silly to think, Yes, I understand, BC. He did
There you
win two
go. Thank
MVPs.
you.
I get it. I get it. But that's because he's just so above and beyond any other player on the planet that no matter where he was going to win AL MVP. I don't think it was just, I don't know. I just think like they did enough in the Freeway series, like
That's the
enough.
Freeway series, though. This is the regular season. He's putting up another MVP season. He made that organization a butt ton of money. He made
But
Artie
he didn't
a
make
butt ton of money.
I don't know. I don't know.
It's not he did
You give
literally everything he could
I don't
for
think you
them to
give
make a
guys a
postseason.
tribute because they made you a butt ton of money. I think you give guys tribute because they made your franchise. They took your the whole thing, not just you as an MVP. They took the whole franchise to the next level. Like, I get Matt Kemp getting a tribute and retiring one day as a Dodger. He spent the majority of his career as a Dodger and did some pretty incredible things as a Dodger. I'm not saying that Shohei Ohtani at one point is not going to be lauded the same way as a Dodger when, we win 6 more championships with him at the helm in the 10 years that he's going to be in a Dodger uniform. I'm just a little over the every time a player comes back, we got to do all this stuff and make it this huge deal. It's a little silly to me. It's like when our producer and director, Jeremy Meyer, who unfortunately is a massive Red Sox fan, it's like when Ryan Brazier went back to Boston as a Dodger, like they were giving him, like the Red Sox were giving him this tribute, I think is what he was saying. Like, what? Yeah. I don't even remember when Ryan Brazier was a Red Sox. Like,
I mean,
enough.
At least he helped them win a World Series. So I could see like the winner, a World Series take or side of what you're saying there with Shohei. Didn't do anything, didn't help them get to a postseason. But again, that's not Shohei's fault there. I saw somebody here in the comments saying, Kino saying, Tani gave his elbow to Anaheim 2 times. He was on the field as much as he could.
Okay, all right. So let's say Walker Buehler. Let's say Walker Buehler gets traded. Hang on. Let's say Walker Buehler gets traded. Ohtani gave his elbow to him.
I'm not saying bring out the Clydesdales. I'm not saying a 5-minute video tribute or whatever, but you could argue the amount that he did for that organization compared to what other people had done in the history of that organization that has one World Series title to its name. The fact that that organization messes up a lot of things. The fact that people are still wearing Kingfish's number. 15 isn't retired. 16 isn't retired for Garrett Anderson. I mean, you can go on. They should probably retire Jared Weaver's number for what he did for that organization. They don't have, despite being in the league this long, they don't have a lot of history. Take care of somebody that actually put butts in the seats for you. I don't have the numbers in front of me. I saw them earlier in the season, but from what I can recall, I think the Angels were 9th in road attendance. Take this with any grain of salt that you want. 9th in road attendance with Shohei on the team, 30th or 29th without him on the team this year. He did a lot for that organization while learning how to do it.
I am not discounting. I am not discounting what Shohei Ohtani does for any team. For any team. Look at what he's doing for the Dodgers. People are lined up for 458 miles on his bobblehead night. The Dodgers don't need money. The Dodgers, I get what he means. He's an international icon. Of course he's putting money in the pockets. Of course he's putting butts in the seats. But I just don't, like, to me, he wasn't on the team that won the World Series. He's not, I don't know. It just, to me, so Jared Weaver catches the no-hitter, throws the no-hitter. Should they, by the way, my husband was behind the plate catching the no-hitter with a broken wrist. That's neither here nor there. So when Jared Weaver and Chris Iannetta go back, should they throw them a big fat parade because of the, the no-hitter that he threw in 2012? I love Ohtani. The man he's amazing, but I'm over the like the tributes every single time.
What I think also, it just makes it worse that it's the Angels. So 2 years ago,
don't like the Angels.
2 years ago, when they had the 20th anniversary of the 2002 World Series championships, the organization literally wouldn't even pay to fly out dudes that were important to that team. The Scott Spezios, your Troy Glosses, whatever. They wouldn't pay for them to come out. They wouldn't house them. So if you couldn't figure out how to get your ass over to Anaheim, sorry, you weren't going to be a part of the celebration, the 20-year anniversary of that championship. It's the Angels organization that's going to make me more annoyed about this situation. Shohei deserves some love. He did something for that organization. And 99 homers, by the way, in his career at Angel Stadium. 46 stolen bases in his career at Angel Stadium. He matched that this year alone in Dodger Crew, which is
How
kind of
about
funny.
this? I take more exception to the stupid rally monkey and the same exact opening montage and music at Angel Stadium. Every single calling all angels and the rally monkey. I take more exception to that they haven't gotten out of 2007 more than if they don't give Ohtani a tribute. Like
They haven't gotten out of
you gotta move forward a little bit in terms of the music and the time and the pop culture and that irritates me more. They're like stuck in the early 2000s with their stuff. That's neither here nor there. Let's talk about what show.
Hold on, one last thing. They're still stuck in 2020 as well with their broadcast because aren't the broadcast teams not traveling still? Isn't that still a thing?
I have no idea. I have no idea.
Anyway,
once we got Moda away from the Angels, and I love Mark Gubicza. Gooby's one of my favorite humans in the world.
Great.
I don't know what they're doing with their broadcast, but let's talk about what Shohei Ohtani is doing for the Dodgers. You just talked about the 46 stolen bases, has already surpassed what he did at Angel Stadium. He has 44 home runs now, correct? So he's 44 and 46. Clint, this 50-50 thing, this could legitimately happen.
At this point, you got what, 20? I think they have 24 more games or something like that. It's got to be a foregone conclusion, barring injury, and I don't even want to throw that out there, but barring injury, Shohei Ohtani is going to get 50-50. And I don't care that Francisco Lindor plays shortstop. A man getting 50-50. I have the number somewhere. He's also about to be, he's going to pass Dave Roberts and Ichiro Suzuki, depending on how many stolen bases he become. Right now, he's the third most prolific base stealer, Japanese base stealer in baseball history. That's a 50-50 season. Go play shortstop all you want, Frankie Lindor. You're going to have a nice second place MVP trophy that you don't get. You don't get trophies for that. But this guy is very, very good at baseball, and what he's doing at the plate with the legs, it's not done often. In fact, what we're seeing right now, 44-44, has never been done. And that's got to mean something.
He's only been caught 4 times. So let me ask you this. Do you think that, and he's only been caught 4 times total all season, he has stolen 23 straight stolen bags. Do you think, had the bases been the size they were before, does this happen? Is he that good of a base stealer, or do the larger bases play a portion of what he's able to do?
I mean, I think in the same way that they played a portion in Ronald Acuna's 70 last year, absolutely. Baseball wanted stolen bases back in the game, and they got their pizza boxes, and I'm absolutely certain that, 3 total inches or whatever. I'll tell you, 3 inches goes a long way. Hey, somebody hit the drum roll.
Hey.
Shohei is absolutely, not drum roll, sorry, that's a rim shot. That's my bad. Yeah, it's absolutely helping him, but he's playing the game as it's laid out for him. You don't think that higher mounds helped Bob Gibson back in the day? You play the game that you have in front of you, and Shohei shouldn't take any crap from somebody saying, oh, they're playing with pizza boxes or whatever. Yeah, where was people saying that with Ronnie Acuna last year? So that's it. I got nothing. I ran out of things.
By the way, I'm in Atlanta right now, so I was just at Truist Park, and that's a cool ballpark. If you've not had an opportunity to come see the Dodgers play the Braves, and Austin Riley, who has a broken hand, out 6 to 8 weeks, he was on the field working out. So talk about decimated injuries. The Dodgers and the Braves probably at the top of the list as far as that is concerned. Let's talk a little bit about your hat and my shirt. Our friends at Baseballism, we love you guys so much. I've been a friend of Travis and the Baseballism crew for quite some time now. They do phenomenal work. They make great gear. They are the official lifestyle brand of baseball. And baseballism.com has an awesome line, Clint, of Major League merchandise for all of you friends of the feather, if you will. So Major League, one of the best baseball movies out there ever. Today happens to be Charlie Sheen's birthday. So happy birthday to Charlie Sheen. If you can recall a couple of your favorite scenes from Major League, my friend, and Wild Thing, what would they be?
Well, we were talking about this before the show in our production meeting, and Jeremy and I were talking about it, and he and I agree that you got to look at at the great Bob Uecker call there, just a bit outside. That's something I still say daily, multiple times a day during a game. So just to have that lasting memory for baseball players, like that whole moment. We're talking about a baseball. I forgot the second part of the. It was trying to dot the corner, and it's like 30 feet wide or whatever the hell it was. But I'm not a big time movie buff, but you get me some lines that I could grab a hold of and use in everyday life. That is one. So there's your love for Tiger Blood himself, Charlie Sheen.
To me that you say you're not a movie guy, because I feel that is something that is ingrained and innate in men. I feel like men know every damn movie line. Yes, Jobu is one of my I mean that was so great. Jobu was fantastic. And by the way, the actor that played Jobu is a massive Dodger fan. But anyway, I'm surprised that you don't know the lines, because I feel like that's just a guy thing that you're supposed, like, all, the Step Brothers movies, all those silly things. Like, I feel like you guys would know all that stuff. I like candlesticks make a great gift. Like when they had the meeting on the mound and they're talking, that I enjoy that. What's your favorite baseball movie besides let's say Major League is up here.
Yeah, Major League is up there. I've never been a big movie guy. I don't know if that's ADHD or something like that, but the idea of sitting there and I mean, then I sit there for 2 or 3 hours.
But you can watch a baseball game before the pitch clock, and that was fine.
It's a different story each time. But like the movies that I will hone in on, like I've watched RoboCop 1,000 times. I could quote that movie to you front and back. But still, like the idea of there's so many other things I could be doing. That said, you can't not love Bad News Bears. You can't not love Major League, and you can't not love other baseball movie here.
Pinstripe. No, Derek. No, see, I'm not doing this, Pinstripe, Derek, because should have gotten a live chicken. Then you're like promoting animal abuse, Derek. Stop it. Should have gotten a live chicken. He's not going to sacrifice another chicken. You have no marbles.
Guys, if you really want to tell Derek what's up, make sure you go over, subscribe to Pinstripe Territory, and you leave him a comment.
That's right. No live chickens.
To your mind. Wink.
Yes.
Pinstripe. Thumbs up.
Pinstripe Territory is on our Foul Territory platform as well. So thank you, Baseballism, for being a part of this. Check out their Major League merch. We appreciate you guys very, very much. The official lifestyle brand of baseball. All right, time now for Last Licks. Let's get to it. Let me introduce you, Clint Pasillas, and our listeners and our viewers to Sandy Blue. Sandy Blue is a 7-week-old Belgian Malinois puppy who was dumped in the bushes on the same night as Sandy Koufax bobblehead night near Dodger Stadium, and she has blue eyes. She's a beautiful little girl. She is in foster care right now, but she needs her forever home. You need to understand the breed. Belgian Malinois are incredibly smart. They need a job. They need activity, mental and physical stimulation. They are protective. They definitely will want to be in an active family. She doesn't look very active right now. She's a puppy. She looks like she's milk drunk. But Belgian Malinois are great, very smart dogs. If you're interested in learning more about Sandy Blue, reach out. GoodreadsGuardian.org. You can hit me up on social. We appreciate that very much. We're also doing a ticket promo, Clint Pasillas. If you want to tell your friends, you can win tickets, 4 tickets and a parking pass to the September 11th game. The Red Hot Cubs coming to town. The Cubs trying to get into the postseason. They are winners of 9 of their last 11 games. 4 tickets, a parking pass on Max Muncy bobblehead night. So thank you for letting me talk to you guys about that. You can donate any amount to GoodreadsGuardian.org. Just put 9/11 on your entry. Absolutely guarantees an entry. And right now about 19 people have entered. So you have a good shot of winning 4 tickets and a parking pass on Max Muncy bobblehead night. All right. So what impressed you the most, other than the offense of the Los Angeles Dodgers, over the course of the weekend? Because you and I haven't had a conversation since last Thursday.
Well, I got to tell you first, one thing that impresses me is hearing from our guys, AJ Przinsky, Eric Kratz, and Scott Braun about Orgain. So let's do that first.
Okay.
We're looking for real ways to boost our nutrition and just found a protein shake that actually tastes amazing. It's called Orgain, and it's been a game changer.
Orgain is the leader in real protein-powered nutrition that understands that being good for you doesn't have to taste bad. It's the organic ingredients we're looking for, but I don't want a grainy battle with my taste buds every day. You know what I'm saying? It's giving smooth milkshake vibes. That's Orgain, and they have a brand new 30-gram complete protein shake that offers protein-packed real nutrition designed to satisfy your cravings without all the sugar.
It gives me energy, provides muscle support, and helps manage hunger too. It's also made without soy ingredients and made with no artificial flavors or sweeteners. Orgain 30-gram protein shakes are available at Costco and Orgain.com. If you want to get in on the delicious protein-packed nutrition today, head to Orgain.com/FOUL and use the code FOUL for 20% off your order. Once again, that's Orgain.com/FOUL for 20% off. And make sure you use promo code FOUL so they know FT sent you.
So you mentioned just before that little break there, what's impressed me, people talking about it in the chat. Can't not listen to the chat, and we can't have a show if we're talking a whole bunch about Shohei. Can't have a show where we're not talking about the guy who hits right behind him. Mookie Betts is he's a game changer for this ball club. So I was having a conversation with a friend earlier, an East Coast friend, who he has to hear BS from Yankees fans and talking about, that fan would take Judge, Soto, and Stanton over Shohei and Mookie and Freddie, and I just kind of laugh. I just kind of laugh at that. I mean, it's not like extremely laughable because obviously you're not going to have a problem there, but do you it's like so hard to take Mookie over Shohei, or sorry, over Soto over Shohei, but just Mookie just does so much on the baseball field, and the fact that he can play some infield for you when you need, he can play some right field for you at a Gold Glove caliber level out there, and he could. What I love about this version of Mookie, he's spraying the ball everywhere. He's showing out for a little bit of pop when he needs to as well, and I think having Mookie in this 2-hole. It's kind of a game changer for this team. I think that's going to be something that plays up very well when we're talking a month from now, and trying to put the demons of the past 2 postseasons behind this team. Mookie in that 2-hole doing what he's doing right now. I think that's going to be a difference maker. But tell me some positive things about Mookie, because you got to love Mookie.
I mean, how can you not? And by the way, Eduardo Delgado, calm down. Of course, we're going to talk about Mookie. I just think that Mookie, I love the fact that the Dodgers left him, left Shohei in the leadoff spot and put Mookie in the 2-hole. If you look at our number 1, 2, and 3, okay, you see what they're capable of doing back to back to back jacks. I think if you, not to take anything away from Juan Soto or Aaron Judge, but they're the only 2 legitimate hitters in that lineup. I think the rest of the lineup has like a 688 OPS. I think when you look at the length of the Dodgers lineup, and I understand Anthony Rizzo is back, I understand that type of stuff too, but I just think the Dodgers are a lot more formidable offensively. I think the Yankees probably have better starting pitching all the way around in terms of health and arms right now, but I like the Dodgers lineup better than I like the Yankees lineup. Mookie is a game changer. I mean, he is the type of guy that, as you mentioned, can play all over the field, but I don't want him to. I want him to stay in the outfield. He just brings a presence to that lineup. There's no easy out with him. He takes good at bats, but so does Shohei, and so does Freddie, and so does Will Smith. And I know that you've been down on Will's production lately, but I do think that Mookie, when he's in there, he matters. And people know, like, oh, okay, Mookie's in the lineup. This is going to be a much tougher day for me, a much tougher out for me. There's nothing that he can't do. I mean, he is very, very athletic, and he's probably the best athlete. Forget baseball player. I'm talking best athlete all around in all of Major League Baseball, just every single thing that he can do.
Yeah. Bowling, golf, basketball,
all the things you're not supposed to be doing in the CBA, but that's fine. That's for another conversation, by the way.
So in the 20 games, by the way, since he's been back, 20 games since he's been back, with 862 OPS, 4 homers, 5 doubles, 18 runs batted in. And that's with Shohei still hitting all those homers in front of him. It's pretty damn impressive what Mookie's doing.
Listen to this. Juan Soto had 2 hits on Monday, but he's batting 200, 265, 311 is his slash line, 9 for his last 45 with 1 home runs over his last 11 games. If Juan Soto or Aaron Judge go cold, the Yankees are done. And I think if you look at the Dodgers, they have a lot more in terms of length of the lineup. Yes, of course you want Mookie to hit. Of course you want Freddie to hit. Neither one of them did last October, and they are very, very much aware of that. but the Dodgers have more weapons, I think.
So I got two things I want to say, and then we'll get out of here. One, if you really want to see a Yankees fan lose their shit these days, just mention the name Alex Verdugo or Yankee bullpen, but the Alex Verdugo watching people rip out their hair. It's so bad. Pinstripe Derek had to shave his head about it. I think that was something different, but still, that's how bad Verdugo's been for them. But also the Will Smith thing. Hey, Will Smith, listen to your boy and dropped 5 hits in Arizona. So I'm just saying, I know how to light a little fire under these dudes' asses every once in a while.
Oh, really?
I take all the credit
now you're taking credit for Will Smith's offensive production when you were having discussions about taking him off the roster on all Dodgers, even though we just gave him $100 million deal. Okay.
Listen, I had to bring it up because maybe you gently shoved me in front of a bus as I was just trying to come up with something that I was talking about. But it was fun. And we had good conversation on my channel about it last week, me and our buddy Scott Gearman. So if you guys missed that, check it out. I do talk about Will and the whole idea that maybe, he needs a little more time off here and there because the swing gets long. He does get tired. But hey, shout out, boys. Keep it going. Sweep this mini series in Anaheim. Important starts, Buehler and Bobby Miller over the next 2 days. But got to sweep. Shohei, get to 50-50 this week.
Road starts for Walker Buehler in 5 starts, an 8.84 ERA at home, a 3.94 ERA. So it'll be interesting to see what Butane can do. All right, that's going to do it for Dodgers territory on the Foul Territory platform. Thanks so much for being with Clint and myself. We are back with you on Thursday afternoon. Make sure you like, subscribe, rate us 5 stars, give us a thumbs up. As always, we appreciate you being a part of our conversation here. We can't do it without you guys. It's a lot more fun when you are with us. We'll see you on Thursday afternoon at 3 p.m. Eastern, 12 p.m. Pacific.
Bye.